And it really poses the question, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out? Oh, it is all over!
So we missed a week, but we're going to recap UFC 196. Do we watch that together? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Refresh the listeners' memories. Who fought 196?
John Jones, OSP.
Yeah.
Mighty Mouse and Henry Cejudo.
Mighty Mouse, your favorite. And?
And Edson Barboza, Anthony Pettis.
Right, that was a good one.
What else was on that? I don't think it matters.
Yeah. Well, Sergio Pettis was on it.
Yep.
So, Sergio Pettis, I actually didn't see that one. He dominated or what?
Trying to think if I actually saw that or not. I think I was on the way to the house when the fight was happening, so I think I just missed that.
Anthony Pettis and Barboza was an interesting one because Anthony Pettis, man, like, does some crazy stuff, but they didn't land.
Yeah, he's got to figure it out because I think that's 3 losses in a row now.
Yeah, it's not a good look when you're a fighter, right?
And that was a fight that was tailor-made for him. Like, that was a perfect fight to showcase his style. And
You think he could have easily won?
I don't think he could have easily won necessarily because Barbosa's a bad motherfucker, but that fight that caters to his style. So I think he probably should have pulled some shit off. But it's just interesting seeing it. Like, who knows? If you lose 3 in a row and you're at the top of your game, you gotta start questioning things. Like, you gotta start.
Well, what do you think's next for him? They give him someone easier?
They're gonna have to.
Yeah.
But like being a former champion and beating people like Benson and shit like that, and then just the way he's looking now, like, you gotta wonder. Like, I haven't seen any difference physically, but you gotta start thinking like maybe the drug testing is a factor for him.
Really, eh?
Because when you see someone just like running through people in like crazy fashion, all of a sudden you're just on a fucking slide.
So what about John Joe? Or no, who fought you before John? Mighty Mouse. Yeah, tell me about that fight. What'd you think of that?
Mighty Mouse, I think he's finally turning a corner. People have been trying to hype him so much as one of the best out, so that was a good showing for him. It wasn't a boring fight at all. He ran through Henry Cejudo, gold medalist in the Olympics and shit like that, so that was tight for him. But like, who does he fight now? He's gonna have to move up.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's got to do something. Like, do you think he should fight the Ultimate Fighter winner? Or is that just a joke?
No, that's just a fucking joke. Like,
yeah. Well, then
like,
we
I
had
don't know,
our.
like, he's probably gonna be as popular as he's ever gonna be right now.
You think so?
Yeah, but
Well, what if he started
nobody
doing crazy stuff, like spinning, backflip, knockout? I don't know.
Like, he's just technically sound everywhere, but like, he had his most impressive showing in this fight, and now there's no one to fight.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like lackluster. It's like, what the fuck does he do now? He has to go up and fight Dominic Cruz.
Which I'd be down to see.
Yeah.
But I don't see any, non-fan, just casual viewer to watch that.
Yeah, no. You can't put him on the main
yeah.
event to shit.
No. Well, that's too bad. You think his video game love, passion has anything to do with his fighting ability? Like, played so much Street Fighter, Tekken, he just knows how to...
You never know.
You never know, right? Because
Yeah.
he's like a huge gamer.
Yeah.
I don't like that term, but it's what they
Like, he has this
describe
whole
themselves.
Twitch following. That's
Yeah.
like a lot of his fan base for that. Like, a lot of gamers started watching UFC and started watching his fights because he's so into that shit.
Think he promos on that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then we had our main event. What'd you think?
I think you saw a really timid John Jones just coming back after that long layoff.
Yeah.
It came out later that he was dealing with a lot of shit. Said his mom was losing her battle with diabetes.
Yeah, she lost
Got
a
her
leg, right?
amputated and shit like that. So I could understand why you'd be kind of off on your game.
Well, again, like, what do I know? But from what I saw, it looked like he just liked OSP personally, like when he could have finished him, because he could have finished him, especially in that fourth round. It looked like I don't know, man. I haven't really heard people talk about it, but to me, I've never seen anything like that. Like, he has OSP down, and OSP's just looking at him like a little puppy dog. Like, what are you gonna do to me?
At death. He was just like, had that look on his face, like, oh shit.
And Jones, who knows? Like maybe he looked into his eyes and thought, I'm
I
not
don't
gonna.
think it's that, because
No,
John Jones is a fucking murderer. If you look at the way he dropped Machida, like he has no fucking remorse when he's in the cage. He's a fucking
but
alpha.
he wasn't
He's the
gone
alpha
for.
of all alphas.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just a couple of
I think he just had
last
trouble
minute
pulling the trigger.
fight. They respected each other. They said so much good things. You think that's what I'm saying. I think he had trouble pulling the trigger because of that, though.
Yeah,
I don't
think
know.
he wasn't really that inspired for that fight. I
Ex-
think if
that
he was
too,
fighting
right?
DC,
Yeah.
like people are saying, like, oh, if he would have fought DC, he would have got fucking rolled over.
I don't think
but-
so.
No, I think he would have rose to the occasion and fucking like dug deep and
Which is what a lot of people are saying, because Jones is known to do that, rise
Yeah.
to occasion, and even when he was like not doing so well with Gustafsson, he just stepped up and.
Yeah. It's not really a challenge, and he fucking broke OSP's arm in the second round.
Which is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this? I didn't see it, but I heard that he celebrated. He like started
Yeah,
dancing.
but it's like it's so fucking stupid.
Because people are mad at. They're trying to make it a
people
thing,
are trying
right?
to just fucking run with it, like, oh, he's celebrating someone getting hurt. It's just no. He was like just saying like, oh, like chicken legs John Jones breaks an arm. Like that's all he was saying.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
kinda like, oh, go John Jones. He just hyped
Typical.
for himself. Like,
Yeah,
alright,
yeah, which is I don't know, man. People,
people
just
trying to run with bullshit.
people
trying to
are
fucking say his
grasping to get this guy like not liked. So overall, I mean, it was good to see him back.
name. Yeah, it's good to see him back. So now him and Cormier are gonna headline UFC 200.
Yeah, which I don't know if I called on his podcast, but I definitely called in person. I don't know. No, I'm starting to think that McGregor is gone for good. I was kind of hoping that they'd figure it out.
Yeah, but no, that's not gonna happen. But then again, that fight's in 3 months. Someone might get fucking injured, and they might have to call on Connor. So you never know. It might work out.
Who would he fight though?
Nate,
So you think Nate's still training?
probably. He's saying he's on vacation now, but you never know. Shit might fall apart, and he might do it. He
Yeah,
took the
Connor's
on
gonna
however
fight
many
John
days'
Jones.
notice the first time and fucking beat him up. So.
What if he fought John Jones? Oh, short notice. Oh my God, he just take him down like a baby.
That'd be brutal.
That's what sucks when you're a smaller fighter. You just have to accept it, man.
Yeah.
You can't, like if you're like a heavyweight and you lose, you could always like make up those excuses in your head, like, well, if I didn't do this or if I didn't try that or if only this happened, you know what I mean? But when you're Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, I don't know about the version you can create in your head where you're beating up a heavyweight.
No.
You know what I mean?
He just fucking like runs through his legs and like climbs up his fucking back and
But it could happen in real life. He could
Fucking
beat heavy people in real life, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so next is it's a fight night, right?
Yeah.
Who do
UFC
we have?
Rotterdam.
What is that? No, it's 198 I got next on my.
No, Rotterdam is this weekend.
So it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And that's Overeem and
Arlovsky.
dude, I'm down to see that, man.
Yeah.
I
It's kind of weird them being fucking teammates and fighting each other.
yeah, but from what I've read of what's his name?
Overeem?
Overeem, he's
jumped
not
from-
really like a nice, like he does not really like friendly with his teammates, is he?
Apparently not. There's a lot of injury rumors surrounded it, like around him hurting other people he's been training with and sparring with. But he jumped from a lot of camps, so Greg Jackson, who runs that camp, decided to stick with Arlovsky because Arlovsky's been there forever.
So who's training him for this then?
I think they're doing training together, but at separate times. He's probably working with Michael Winkajohn or any of the other guys.
That's
but
a weird thing, but yeah. I like Arlovsky. I like them both. I think it'd be sweet if, from just the story perspective, Arlovsky could become champion again.
Yeah.
After with what was it, 10 years off?
Yeah.
I think that'd be something pretty cool to see. But I mean, his fight with Travis Brown, from what I saw, I didn't see the whole fight, but it was like it could have went either way.
Yeah.
He was like dropped in it, like almost finished, right?
Yeah, he got fucking caught with a big shot and went down.
Yeah. Then he fought Frank Mir, and that was just lackluster.
Yeah, that was boring as shit.
And then he fought Stipe and just got worked. Poor guy.
Yeah, he got fucking ran over by Stipe.
Yeah, and so. I mean, none of those fight convinced me, and he just seems really nice,
Yeah.
Like he just doesn't look hungry, but he says he is. I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't look like a beast to me from what I've seen from those fights. He looks kind of tired, slow.
He's not bad. It's just all those heavyweights are just older.
I mean attitude, not fighting style. I mean
Yeah.
like attitude, like in his interviews and you know.
Well, no, in that fucking fight with Travis Brown, it was pretty competitive.
Okay, well, yeah.
He showed a lot of fire in that fight.
Honestly,
to me.
this is how I saw that fight. I was like cooking something and it was on cuz who was the main event in that fight? Maybe like John Jones or something. Anyways, was it John Jones? No, it wasn't. Someone I cared about, I can't remember. But so I just had it on and I didn't even know who Orlovsky was or Travis Brown. And it just like looked crazy. I'm like, "Oh, he's done. Oh, he's not. Oh shit." You know?
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, we'll see. Hopefully. But I'd like to see Overeem cuz he would make history too, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking Overeem is probably going to take this.
Yeah, I'm going to go with him too.
I could see Overeem fighting for the belt a lot faster than I could see Arlovsky. I just think Arlovsky's probably at the end of his rope. He had like one really, really impressive performance, and that's
Who,
pretty much
Overeem?
it, which was against Travis Brown. He
Oh,
had that fight
oh,
with
yeah,
Brendan
yeah.
Schaub, which was boring as shit. Frank Mir fight.
Didn't
boring
he
as shit.
KO him?
No,
What was that? Decision?
that was a decision. But actually, like, he probably should have lost that fight. I think Brendan Schaub actually won that fight, and a lot of people thought that.
Schaub should have won?
Yeah,
Really?
that was in Vancouver.
And you saw that?
Yeah.
When? Like the last Vancouver, the one
Yeah,
before
the
that?
last Vancouver card.
That's
when,
hilarious.
Mighty Mouse fought.
I watched all those fights and I remember. It was Rory McDonald.
Yeah, Rory McDonald fight Tyron Woodley.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I was booing the shit out of Rory. And
Why?
then when the fight was over, this guy gets up in front of me and it's Rory McDonald's brother. I was just like, oh, fuck.
How'd you know it was him?
Because I just looked at him. He looks just like him and you're hearing him talk. And then
Uh.
I guess his girlfriend is like, oh, like, are we going to meet Rory later? He's like, yeah, I'll text him after. I was like, oh.
Where were you sitting? Was I near you?
No, I was in the 6th row.
Buddy, I didn't know Orlovsky fought Anthony Johnson.
He did?
Yeah, he
Shit.
did. Rumble AJ Johnson. Yeah, lost in decision.
Was that in the UFC?
No, WSOF. What's that?
Oh, World Series of Fighting. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't know it.
So he beat Brendan Schaub in decision, hey? A
Yeah.
split decision, yeah.
Yeah.
197, I was there. Or 174, sorry, what am I talking about?
Yeah, I
197 is
remember,
coming up.
I saw Brian Callen coming down the aisle, and like I stopped and took a picture with him, and like Big Brown got robbed. He's like, I know. He's like, what are you gonna do about it?
Oh, that's too bad, eh? So, anyways, we both think and if Orlovsky wins, it's, what is he, the first to ever hold a title in Strikeforce, UFC, and something else, or what? There's like some trifecta or some kind of belt
No, that's
record he's gonna break if he.
no, I think that's Overeem.
Oh, sorry, what did I say?
You said,
Orlovsky?
Orlovsky.
Sorry, they both start with A's. That's how
Yeah,
little I
'cause,
know.
Overeem has K1, Strikeforce, and I think then UFC would make it final.
That's what I meant. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wolverine. Cool. All right. So after that, we have right away. We'll talk about it more next week too.
Yeah.
But since
also
it's so
on that
close,
card, though, right quick,
Oh.
Bigfoot Silva and Stefan Struve.
isn't Stefan Struve the super tall guy?
Yeah, he's like 7'11".
No, he's not. 7 feet on the dot, right?
Yeah, he's 7 foot tall.
Almost 8 feet tall. Well, 7 feet's huge too, and he just keeps
Yeah.
getting knocked out, or what?
Yeah, he had some heart problems too. He's supposed to fight Matt Mitrione, and while they're warming up, he had some heart condition. They had to stop that fight before it even started. But he's fighting Bigfoot, who I think needs to retire.
Bigfoot, eh?
Yeah,
Not Stefan Struve.
nah. Stefan Struve, he's just like a gatekeeper at this point as well. He's not going to be fighting for the belt anytime soon.
But he's a solid fighter.
He's decent. Like, in heavyweight, you never know.
Yeah.
Heavyweight, like, anyone could get knocked out and shit like that, so.
Yeah, that's true, man. Bigfoot, eh? He's got a losing streak, doesn't he?
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
like, after he stopped taking TRT, you just notice a big difference.
Honestly, back to Orlovsky and Overeem. Overeem's on the upswing, man. He's got 3-win streak,
Yeah,
and Orlovsky has a loss, and his wins were kind of iffy.
yeah.
So,
think the
Yeah,
momentum's with
momentum
over him.
for sure. But yeah, so and then the same card, yeah, Bigfoot. Well, we'll see, man.
Yeah, Bigfoot and
That's what they said
Gunnar
about Mark
Nelson's on
Hunt,
that
right?
card too.
Oh, Gunny. That
Yep,
means Connor will be present. No,
he might be.
no, probably not. He
Actually,
wouldn't
yeah, with
fly
the
out.
fucking weird tension with the UFC right now, he
Well,
might
plus
not
he,
show up. But then
if
again,
he's,
he wants to put his face out there and be in the fucking spotlight. I think he misses it, so you never know.
yeah, it seems like he missed it. It
Yeah,
seems like he's kind of like, ah, man.
yeah, like I should be in the fucking spotlight right now. Like he's
Which,
doing
which
like tweets.
which I'm surprised that I thought, not that I ever tried picturing this because I didn't think it would happen or anything like that, but I just imagined if he was ever in a situation with the UFC, he'd have more of like a screw you attitude, you know?
Yeah, well,
I
which
thought,
he did when he tried to
but he
retire. He's like,
kind
fuck
of took
you.
it back though, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whereas I thought like he'd like would have too big of an ego to but well, and it's justified too, right? Like,
yeah.
but no, sounds like he's regrets doing it and probably won't do it again. So I guess Dana White did the right thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like he tried to play too many fucking games. Like when he came out and said, "Oh, like thanks to the UFC for,"
Yeah,
that was just like, "Oh, like I see what you're trying to do now."
yeah, just like
Just trying
cause
to get all the fucking
random.
fans on their ass.
Yeah,
But it's like the machine keeps rolling with or without you. Like, yeah, you're a big fucking star, but we're still the UFC. We still got 600 fighters in the roster. We're still gonna move
yeah,
without you. He
yeah,
tried playing fucking poker with casino owners.
yeah.
It just didn't work out.
Didn't work out. But he how many fights does he have in his contract?
Who knows? Out, he's probably doing 3 fights, probably 3 to 6.
That's it, eh?
Yeah,
Because Anderson has like how many left?
I think Anderson has like 9 or 8 fights left. I think he signed a 10-fight deal the last
Yeah,
time.
which is crazy.
Yeah, when you're like 38.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of this Conor McGregor Mayweather rumor?
Oh yeah, there's a rumored fight that they're a mega multi-million-dollar deal that they're trying to work out and trying to set up a fight. And if it's a boxing fight, I think it's a
He'd
money
get
grab for
washed.
Conor. It's gonna be good for him.
He
But he's
should
gonna
do
end up
it.
losing.
Yeah.
Like 110%. Mayweather's just gonna fucking toy with him.
Yeah, I like to think that he'd have a chance, but would probably not, eh?
No.
What about Pacquiao? Would he do the same thing?
Yeah, same thing. It's like these people have been boxing their entire lives. Connor's not gonna catch up with them. He's not gonna fucking outbox a boxer. If it was an MMA fight, yeah, you
Obviously, yeah.
You'd
Come on.
destroy him.
I think a lot of fighters could beat Floyd Mayweather. MMA fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, UFC 198 is gonna be sweet, man.
That
next
card
week.
is stacked.
It's like every Brazilian star.
Yeah.
Silva, Shogun,
All legends.
all legends. Yeah. Help me out here. The Verdum is like the main
Yeah,
guy.
Verdum, Jacare, Vitor,
Vitor,
Anderson,
that one's gonna be sweet.
Cyborg, Shogun.
You know who
Damian
should fight
Maia.
is Vitor and Yoel Romero, both with like with steroid accusations. But I guess Silva has them too now. So
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, so that fight's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, that card is stacked. Even Little Nog's on there. Just a whole bunch of Brazilian legends.
Lil Nog, he's like a prelim, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's after that? We got Thompson and McDonald.
Oh yeah.
I look forward to that too.
Who else is on that card? Is Cowboy and Patrick Cote on that card?
Maybe. But anyways, we'll get to that on another podcast when it comes closer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so tomorrow is Rotterdam. It's gonna be sweet. We both went through our picks, and then the week after is gonna be a pretty stacked
I'm
night.
super excited for that
Yeah.
card. I might have to take it off work.
Yeah, you should, man. So let's read some articles that I have here. Bookies say McGregor has a better shot at beating Mayweather in boxing than Berto.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, have you heard that one?
No.
Yeah, it says finds a deal, best ever. But wait, it turns out that doesn't appear to be true. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, Dana White's denying that story.
Well, it's not true. But it says one thing is 100% real is the betting odds for the hypothetical matchup. Uh, Bovada, do you know who that is? I don't.
No.
Bovada has posted Mayweather as expected big favorite over McGregor, with Floyd at minus 2,000 and McGregor at plus 900. So I don't know what that means. But yeah, apparently Berto is towards fight night. Odds were 3,000 to 1,100. So I guess that's what that means. Do you know how to read those odds? I have no idea.
Kinda, yeah.
It means like how much you have to put down to win.
Yeah, how much you have to put down in order to get shit back.
Yeah. Anyways, thought that was interesting. Overeem fighting teammate Orlovsky. We're not friends. We barely train together. But didn't he? Like I've heard this about John Jones as well, saying like Orlovsky does his own thing and doesn't really like. He's not part of that family.
Apparently he's there. I guess he's just kind of a cold guy.
Uh-huh.
Just Belarus, Russian, just type of cold, stoic type of guy. So he's not really into like the friendly type of atmosphere. I think that's just his personality.
Yeah. Tell me about Misha Tate was recently on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Oh yeah.
And Tate reveals what made Rousey go off on Paige Van Zandt. Now, did people know Rousey went off on Paige Van Zandt?
No. Paige just came up and told Misha at this VIP party. Basically, what happened was Paige was at a Reebok photo shoot, and she was looking for Ronda. She wanted to take a picture with Ronda. Of course, she's a fan. So she's looking for Ronda, and Reebok staff are like, let's just don't look for Ronda. Just leave Ronda alone. She's like, why? And just trust us. Just leave Ronda alone. Turns out later, Ronda shows up, finds Paige. She's like, you fucking fair weather bitch.
How dare you cross
Holly
me?
home.
It says, how dare you cross me?
Yeah.
Paige was like, cross you? What are you talking about? And then she's like, you congratulated Holly Holm for beating me. So F you, you effing Fayweathered 115-pound ... She just went off on Paige. It's crazy. Yeah, what do you think?
Crazy, dude. Like, what do you think about that?
Well, it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame. I think Ronda has been a big, like I've liked a lot of the things Ronda has said and done.
Yeah.
I don't think she's handling it's maybe the worst handling of a loss I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Connor's being the best,
yeah.
which is fine. Which I bring up because I was listening to someone talk about how the UFC or Dana White hates the Diaz brothers, or Nate Diaz in particular, so much, like just doesn't like him, that even when he won, he made it out to be how dope McGregor handling the losses, which is hilarious. It's true,
yeah.
right? Like a lot of people were saying that.
Yeah.
And he did handle it well, but yeah, I think that's funny that like apparently like what's this guy's name that was just Joe Schilling, you know?
Yeah,
he was saying that he was like couldn't wait to hear something positive said from Dana White after, like I guess post fight or something.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't really hear shit.
Yeah, I don't think he said like spectacular this or amazing that.
Wow.
Why do you think he doesn't like him?
They just cause too many problems. You're like the ultimate anti-establishment, anti-boss type dudes that just there's just scrap pack, just the Diaz brothers. And Ronda's like a Diaz sister. Like she trains with them, she's friends with them, so they all have that same kind of like
Ronda?
Running hot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. The thing is though, like if you look at anything Diaz brother related that's not through the lens of the UFC, they're like smiling, like nice guys. You know? Am I right or am I wrong?
Like they're rough around the edges. They're like,
yeah, for sure. But like they're like, you know, like trained kids. Like they're nice people. It seems like a lot of people love them.
Yeah, but they're just scrappers. Like the UFC fans, they have a core fan base. Like the Diaz brothers does. They're just like there's a cult following that comes with them.
Yeah, this sucks for Ronda though, man. Like it just makes her look bad.
Yeah, she just looks fucking childish. But that's her. She just runs hot. She's just either you're with me or fuck you.
Well, and what I was saying to you earlier is it's interesting because like John Jones gets stripped of his title, obviously at like a life low point.
Yeah.
And Ronda, let me just fix the mic. Ronda offers him whatever, just
Yeah, she
reaches
reached out
to
to him. She's like, no one really knows where I live. It's secluded. Why don't you come out and spend some time out here?
Yeah, like you could
Just get away.
stay at my beach house or something like that if you
Yeah.
need some time, whatever. And then he's like hella down with Holly Holm. Was that after or before? That was before. Yeah. So I wonder, like, I wonder how that felt for Ronda.
Yeah.
Probably
wonder
bugged
if he
her.
reached out to her after she went through her loss.
Which is really interesting. I have a feeling he didn't.
Yeah.
Or maybe he did. Who knows?
I don't know, because in that
just
interview with
making stuff
Ariel
up.
where they did that fucking walk in the park,
Yeah.
he was saying, like, I've been thinking about her a lot lately. And that was right after the loss.
Yeah.
So I wonder.
I hope he did. If he didn't, that seems like such a John Jones thing to do. Like, forget to do that.
Yeah.
Like, intentions are good, but just like bonehead move. He should have.
Yeah.
If he
should've,
did it, I don't know.
100%.
From what like his personality has been portrayed as, he like maybe wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Which I hope isn't true, but who knows? But yeah, apparently. So Paige Van Zandt lost to Rose Namajunas.
Namajunas. And yeah, she congratulated her. Like,
Yeah, she's like, I was like, Rose, congratulations, you whipped my ass. That was a badass performance. I simply told Holly congratulations that it wasn't anything anti-Ronda, but Ronda just ripped her a new one. It's just not a good look, man, especially after that loss and you saying all this crazy, reckless stuff. I think she was a role model and still is, but that's just not a great thing to look up to, right? And if whether you're a young girl or a young boy, like to take a loss like that, you know.
She was a sore loser. Like, didn't do any post-fight. Like,
she wasn't even there, right?
She just left. Like, didn't show up to the press conference. None of that shit. She didn't.
Well, she went straight to the hospital, didn't she?
Yeah, apparently she went straight to the hospital. But...
Yeah. Well, and she laid low for a long time. And, she's saying, like, it really bugs her that she's not undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Which I get. However, you don't hear undefeated fighters say that often.
No.
Like Chris Weidman doesn't say, like, oh, I was undefeated. I'm so choked that I'm not. Did he? I don't know.
No.
Like, so many undefeated boxers, which is, like, kind of annoying.
Well, not really. Like,
there's a lot of
lost, even, like, in amateur fucking careers. Like, Mayweather has amateur losses.
Does he really?
Yeah.
I'm sure he does, yeah. Well, he's a bitch.
No one's in the fight game. No one's undefeated. You can't go out just with a fucking
yeah. You got to be next level.
record.
I bet Bruce Lee would. It's probably like a huge Hollywood mystique around him. Like most likely.
Even Ronda, she had fucking bronze in the Olympics. Like she's lost before.
Yeah. Robbie Lawler versus Tyron Woodley, 201.
Finally got his fucking fight.
Yeah, he deserves it.
I was getting pretty annoyed with Tyron Woodley. Just because he was just sitting waiting for a fight. He didn't actually fight for the contender shot. He was supposed to fight Johnny Hendricks. Johnny Hendricks couldn't make weight, so Dana White's like, all right. Like, he showed up. He didn't. We're going to let you fight.
Who's in line for that welterweight belt?
Huh?
Who would you say is in line for that belt?
Well, pretty much whoever wins between Thompson and McDonald is going to be the number one contender.
Because they say it's a stacked division, which it is.
Yeah.
But I want Thompson to be champion. That's my.
Yeah. I honestly think they should have gave Condit the rematch because I thought he won that fight.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, not me, man.
No, I had Condit winning that. 100%.
No. Well, okay, fine. Whether or not that's true, an instant rematch, I would have not been interested in that fight.
I would have been more down for that than, say...
Tyrone?
Yeah. Because Tyrone, he just didn't really do anything to get there.
Yeah.
And he's just been sitting on the sideline forever.
Like being
while
angry,
everyone else
right?
is campaigning and trying to get this fight. He's just sitting down like, no, I'm not moving.
So McGregor lost to Diaz. A lot of people are entertaining that he could knock out what's his name? Robbie, because Robbie gets hit a lot.
Yeah. And
but,
I was fucking thinking it too. I was
yeah. But you think it's just the bigger man could eat those shots?
Yeah. We saw that the power didn't translate. So after that fight,
I
it
know,
was
but
just
this is
like,
what I hate about people analyzing is like, yeah, the power didn't translate to Diaz. Is that because Diaz has a crazy jaw, right? Like crazy chin, or
it's
is it just
that.
because he's the
I
heavier
think
guy?
it's that, and he's just bigger. It's just
Yeah,
those bigger guys. Like if you're fighting 145 with 155, yeah, you're gonna starch people. But
yeah,
going up to 170 is a whole different beast. These dudes are sparring with people that are 220.
yeah. And they're walking around heavier too,
Yeah,
right? Well, Tyron Woodley, who do you think will win that fight? Lawler? I feel like split decision Lawler win.
probably. It all depends because
As
Tyron Woodley
always.
tends to gas, and
Yeah.
Robbie shines in the 5th round. So it all depends. If fucking Tyrone could get him out of here quick
Uh-huh.
and just charge him and fucking try and get him out there in the first because he has power behind him and speed.
Uh-huh.
But if it drags out, then I'm leaning towards Robbie.
Yeah. What do you think of Dos Anjos still open to fight McGregor?
Yeah, because he needs that money.
Yeah.
He fucked up.
He fucked up.
He
Yeah.
fucked up. He's fighting Eddie Alvarez on Fight Pass.
On Fight Pass.
Like, come on.
He should have fought oh, he's open to welterweight fight. That'd be cool. I'd watch that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we need to talk about fucking Holly Holm's next opponent, Shevchenko, which is just fucking ridiculous to me.
Why? Is she gonna roll through her?
No, it's just like why she's coming off like
A title loss.
she's coming off a title loss. She beat Ronda, knocked the fuck out of Ronda, lost in the last round in a fight she was winning to Misha Tate. So you make her fight Shevchenko? That just doesn't make any
Well,
sense to me.
tell me and the listeners about Shevchenko.
Shevchenko, I think she's had one fight in the UFC. She lost to Amanda Nunes in a pretty boring fight. And
So she's not as celebrated.
no.
So it's not like they
She's
threw her
decorated. I
cyborg.
think she was a Muay Thai or a kickboxer.
Yeah,
She's decorated in that regard, but in the UFC, it's like fighting a nobody, basically.
yeah.
So I think Dana White's still punishing Holly Holm and her management.
Just sunning her, eh?
Yeah. It's just like
Yeah, see,
sending her back down the ranks. It
I
doesn't
know,
make any sense.
I know how you feel about Dana White, and that kind of stuff's annoying. Like when you're just trying to like ego business,
Yeah.
like that's lame.
Yeah, you can't
Leave that stuff
just be punishing
somewhere
people.
else. Yeah. Oh well. We'll see. So you think she'll walk through her or what?
I don't know if she'll walk through her. I think they're both southpaws. I don't think it's gonna be an easy fight. I think it's probably gonna go all the way.
I don't remember the Holly Tate fight that well. Was she lighting Tate up? No.
Not completely, no.
Tate had a game plan and
Tate
stuck
had
to
a
it.
really good second round.
Well, she just took her down, right?
Yeah, she took her down and mauled her, and she was like, it was like a 10-8 round. It should have been a 10-8 round. The judges gave it a 10-9.
Mm-hmm. Why? For 8 for Holly?
No, yeah, 8 for Holly, because it was just completely dominant by Tate.
Oh, yeah. That's
But
10-9.
Holly was pretty much winning that fight until the last round when she got choked out.
Boxing has the weirdest scoring, man. I know I say that all the time, but
Yeah.
I just like don't understand. Well, because they use boxing scoring, right?
Yeah.
UFC. But yeah.
On that same card, though, with Holly Holm is Anthony Rumble Johnson and Glover Teixeira.
That's sick.
Yeah, so that's going to be a fucking tight fight.
That's sick. Yeah. I want Rumble to knock him out.
Yeah, I hope so. I really want to see him fight John Jones.
I don't. I don't want either of those guys to lose. Unless John Jones submits Rumble, then it's okay.
Which he probably would.
Yeah, because it's like, it's okay. Rumble, you're still a beast. You're just not the best on the ground, and John Jones will have to lose.
I would just be fucking so numb.
If he lost?
If Rumble just knocked the fuck out of John, just seeing John go stiff on the canvas.
Oh, no. I don't know.
I don't think I could handle it. That might be
But you'd
worse
be
than
happy?
Silva getting knocked out to me.
Really? No, it wouldn't. You love Silva way more.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. It's just exciting to be like, are we because we are witnessing history.
Yeah.
But what caliber of history, right? So like, are we witnessing the greatest fighter of all time, or are we witnessing a great fighter of our time? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to me, that's why it's just like even Conor McGregor's like, wow, like And it was. I still think he's awesome.
Yeah.
That I'm around to see him fight.
Yeah, these people are gonna be in the like Hall of Fame when it comes
Talked
to
about.
MMA.
Oh yeah. Orian, who's in Mexico right now, doesn't agree. He took for those of you following us on Twitter, if you see any hate,
By the way, we should give out the Twitter handle. I don't know if we've done that. It's at Fight Fans Show.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We just cracked 100,000 followers. It's real out here. We're just a force to be reckoned with. But yeah, if you see any hate, that's Orian taking it over and just trolling people. What did he say?
Trolling McGregor and shit.
Yeah, McGregor's like, I'm gonna be in the history books or something,
Yeah,
and he's
just,
like,
no, you're not.
no, you won't. Yeah, something like that. What a guy. But yeah,
No, but I
Orian
think we are witnessing history, and
with John Jones or
with John
McGregor
Jones.
as well.
Like if he would have thrown John Jones back into 1993 with the skill set that he has now, he
Still,
would have murdered everybody.
yeah, yeah, and like there's like Orian. When he was a kid, he says he remembers like his family was huge on boxing, right? They had a big party for a Tyson fight.
Yeah.
All their family friends were over, whatever. And apparently it lasted like 19 seconds or something, one of those ones.
Yeah.
It's like, and Odian was like young, right? Like 4 years old. And he's like, dude, what was that, right? Like, and that's one of those things where it's like history. Like, you talk about it, like, I remember seeing this fight, and McGregor Aldo's for sure one of those.
Oh, yeah.
And more so even than like a lot of Jones's fights, man, because it's just so unique, right? Whereas like John Jones is so impressive because the amount of times he's won, how he's won, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not like
the murderous row that he ran through.
Yeah, and the record, but not like he's never one punched anyone.
No, he just doesn't have that power. It's like death by 1,000 cuts. He just will wear you down and just keep embarrassing you and just keep trying new things, so you're just stuck.
But like, do you think if he like punched one of those meters, like it'd be weak? Like,
I don't think it'd be weak, but it would be the strongest. Like I've seen video of him do it. I've seen
Oh,
Conor
really?
do it, and Conor actually had a harder punch. But then again, it's all about your technique and what you do. Because I've seen people at the P&E do crazy shit hitting those. So
they probably feel so tough
Yeah.
after doing that. Yeah, man. So what else is on this? John Jones has a strong strategy for Daniel Cormier at UFC 200, which is cool because he'll be the only fighter to be on 100 and 200.
Yeah.
He was a prelim, right? How
Yeah.
things have changed. It's crazy. Does that mean there's been 100 events? That is what that means. Well, more.
Views.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That
There's
is
been
crazy.
way more events.
Yeah,
though.
way more.
So like the number 200 doesn't really mean shit because there's been so many fight nights and.
It
Fox
used to
Sports
though,
Sports
right?
cards.
Like it used to be all sequential, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
but nothing in between.
They still had like spike cards and fight nights.
Oh, really? Like in the 2000s?
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I consider myself like a later UFC, later, how should I put this? A fan who got into UFC later in its kind of run. But apparently it didn't get like really huge till 2001.
Yeah, it was around the time of the Ultimate Fighter.
And like I was watching Lesnar, which was like 2000 what?
Yeah,
9,
that was
8?
later.
No, I know it was later, but it's like not as late. Like I don't know. It's just a young sport, man. So it's like interesting because like when I first heard about it in 2002, 3, you just think of it as like kind of a lot older than it is.
Yeah.
Because you don't really.
It didn't start till '93, so.
Yeah, but even then, like it wasn't what it is today, right? It was kind of like a freak show back then.
Oh yeah, still it was like banned in a whole bunch of places.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's like the last place it was banned was New York, and they just cleared that this year.
Oh, was that because of the original ban?
Yeah.
Oh, because they do have boxing fights there, right?
Yeah, they have boxing, but MMA wasn't sanctioned. It was illegal.
But MMA or UFC?
MMA.
Okay, so nobody could have had a.
No.
Yeah. Well, that'll be exciting. You think Jones would fight? What's his name? Weidman?
I think that the original interest in that fight is gone now that he lost.
Yeah, he's not champion anymore. That was a crazy loss. You weren't expecting that, were you?
Yeah, I called that one.
But like to that level?
I didn't know he was gonna get his ass kicked that bad, but I thought he would have lost.
It was second round, right?
No.
Third round?
Third.
Was the
think it was the
first
third or
round, was he
fourth.
holding his own at all, Chris Weidman?
He was doing pretty well until he threw that fucking spinning back kick. And then Rockhold just took him down and beat the shit out of him, and the ref didn't stop it.
I feel like he was already being outperformed before that spinning back kick.
It was competitive.
Really?
Competitive, but
Yeah.
they both had injuries, and they're both going sick into it. I think Rockhold had a staph infection. He was on antibiotics and all this
Yeah,
shit. So.
yeah. Sucks, man. You gotta fight. You gotta fight. So, anyways, John Jones says, I believe I'm gonna annihilate DC. Good. So far, it's all I've ever done to every opponent. What? Alex Gustafson's the only person who had a competitive fight with me. I expect to see a hell of a lot more out of me this next fight. I have a strong strategy for DC. What do you think?
I think it's true. I think he does. His skill set and just what he does to DC, and he owns space in DC's head. So I think he's just going to keep fucking with him, and he's just going to outwork him.
The last press thing, though, DC looked like he was just having fun. He didn't look as emotional as sometimes he does.
Yeah. He was still annoyed, but I think he was just trying to show that he wasn't, because everybody was booing DC. And John is just, like, toying with them. Like,
To be surprised at that, I don't know. It's pretty mesquite, man.
but John tweeted out, like...
He eliminated himself from the competition. Like, dude,
Yeah.
don't try to put an asterisk by your win. Like, you know exactly what happened.
Yeah.
If I was him, I'd be like, yeah, I lost. Whatever. I don't know if he's religious, but say God did it or something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
don't, like, I don't know. Like, it's like he's in denial,
Yeah.
right? Whereas, like, I'm sure you could say something confident and cool without being in denial. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm just like, I'd make a joke out of it. I don't know. Yeah, God wanted you to lose or whatever. Something stupid because
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
religious, right? So, like, mess with them like that or something. I don't know. Can you think of anything? If you were a writer for DC, what would you tell him to say?
I don't even know, like...
Because, like, what has he said? I don't know how to beat DC. I can't give OSP advice because I don't know how to beat him. Oh, man. I don't know.
Like, DC is confident, though. That's one thing you got to give him. He's supremely confident, but...
You think he believes he could win?
Yeah. I think he does.
He's probably thinking, like, anything could happen to MMA. I just need one chance.
I think this last John Jones fight gave him confidence.
I think it did, yeah. Yeah, you could even see he was kicking
Yeah, at the
himself.
press conference, he's like, if you
Which-
fight like that, bum, like...
Which is kind of lame, like, to, like, wish you fought your opponent at their worst.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I feel like you'd want to beat them at their best, right? Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, you could
Yeah,
talk
to say that you beat someone like on their best day with their best performance, you still outclass them. That's like what you really want.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a guy having a fucking off day, dealing with family shit, dealing with whatever. You say I beat you then. It's like, really?
Yeah. DC, man. Huh? Well, anything else? You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, we can wrap it up. I think we pretty much touched on everything that's going on in MMA right now.
Yeah, all right. See you guys soon. And Olean will be back next podcast. And peace.